Hello, my friends. Nobody tells us what dying, the experience of dying is going to be like, or what we should do as we're making that transition. People who have NDEs kind of understand what it's going to feel like. I've had one too. But my angels have told me what I want to do as I'm leaving my body. And I want to share that with you. But first, I want to share some experiences that I've had on a very personal level. The day my father died, I had been with him in the day he died that night. He was in the hospital. He had one leg amputated because of diabetes when he was 94. The plan was to remove the leg, which would save his life, get him into a rehab, and eventually get him home with caregivers. That was what we were all hoping for. When I visited Daddy, he said, "Get me out of here. They're going to kill me here. I'm not safe here. Help me get up." And he was trying to get out of the bed. And I said, "Daddy, you're missing one leg." They amputated very high, which I thought was odd. But anyway, and so my mother had died 7 years before. She was standing right next to the bed. Now, you have to remember that my family is not spiritual. They think I am the strangest thing ever. So, but I've accepted that. I said, "Mom's right here." I said, "Look for her hand, reach out for her hand." I said, "You're going to feel like you're rising up out of your body. Grab her hand. She will pull you up. She will take you home and explain things to you so you can figure things out." And he said, "Well, that sounds good." But it was all I could offer him. My husband was away on a business trip. I had to take Daddy's cat from the house and bring it up here to the farm while he was gone. I had no choice. I had to come home and feed the horses. Otherwise, I would have stayed there. If my husband was home, I would not have left him. Anyway. So now fast forward to today. I have a brother in California who's a doctor of astrophysics, a really smart guy, certified genius, who has multiple organ atrophy. He has been HIV positive for a very, very long time. And whether that's doing it or his immune system's breaking down, whatever's happening, he is not going to recover. He is definitely on his way toward transitioning toward death. So my little heart is breaking, obviously, because he's my last brother next to the oldest brother. He's a Libra too, so we really got along. So I'm doing a Vedic chant, Om Namo Narayana, which is to strengthen him spiritually, but I think I'm doing it more for me than for him because he doesn't believe in any of this. And then I was thinking, as I was chanting, I had this vision of him with his eyes getting really big as he was dying. Like, wow. But what I saw also with that vision was his greeters are going to be his two dogs. For a long time, he had a full-size Akita that was giant. He used to jump up and put his paws on my shoulders and still tower over me, and I'm 5'4". And then a few years later, after Jobu died, he got Kitsume, who was a smaller female who lived with him a very long time. She was 15 or 16 when she was euthanized. And so I thought, that's who he would move to. So let's get back to what my angels told me. My angels said that for me and you, people who understand the way energy works, the way energy vibration works, frequencies, you guys understand all that. My angels told me, as I was dying, it's very important to think of something really beautiful in your life. Like walking in my gardens, like being outside. I mean, nature is my happy place. So they said, think of that, cultivate those memories every time that you're conscious. Think about the loveliness of the beans. If you walk by the trellis, they like reach out. And of course, I kiss a lot of plants. I'm one of those. I really think if you love them, they do better. So they said, hold that kind of thought, because I'm not worried about who greets me. It's going to be a lot of fun once I'm out. So for your mind within yourself, practice, what you will think of as you're leaving, with joy, with happiness, and just hold a fairly high vibration. Now, there's a lot of information about how other people can help you have a higher vibration. But I wanted to emphasize how important it is. We can do this ourselves, because we may not be aware of the people around us who are playing the music that we loved, maybe doing singing bowls. I mean, can you imagine having a harpist with you as you died? Harp music is just amazing. But really, we don't have to depend on what's going on around us. And I'm not really talking about, suicide or assisted euthanasia. I'm really talking about, because when you suicide, you're not in a good place, right? And I really do believe in assisted self euthanasia, when the quality of life is just really declining to the point where death is imminent. Some people would not agree with that, but I feel that this is very much, my husband and I both feel this way. But even if we did that, even if it came to that for our end of life, we would try and sing goofy songs or joke or laugh or just get into a higher emotional state as we're leaving. So that's just a little message that I wanted to leave you with today. And until I see you again, please be well and please be blessed. Thanks for coming.